So, what you're telling me is that you finished your 12th and you're going for your bachelor's degree, and you are going to go to multiple countries and you're going to do it for absolutely free.
I'm an incoming freshman at Teter College of Business with a 100% scholarship. I was also fortunate enough to have received prestigious scholarship and acceptances into great universities in UK, US and Canada. Mainly I was looking towards US and Canada because of their scholarship opportunities. There are so many scholarships, so you have to figure out what scholarship is applicable to you.
You have your own non-profit?
Yeah, I had my own non-profit organization, which was one of the largest in my state.
I think most international students don't even know about this. So, how does it really work?
This was one thing I came across that said, 100% scholarship for bachelor students from India to the US.
So, this interview happens, and then in this case, you got the scholarship. This was 100% scholarship. What you're going to watch is an amazing story. I highly recommend that you watch the entire video. But before you watch that, I just want to say that I just launched my ultimate course for any international students who want to come to United States. Whether you're coming for fall 2024, spring 2024, fall 2025, or any season that you're planning to come, this course is going to teach you every single thing that you need to know after your visa has been approved, to getting the first internship in United States, to getting a full-time job, and your immigration options, to getting the talent-based visas as well. In the course, you will also learn how to build your resume, your LinkedIn profile, your portfolio, how to network, the job hunting strategies, how to choose your master's courses so that it aligns with your career, and finally how to do your immigration, whether it is CPT, co-op, pre-OPT, OPT, H1B and talent-based visas like O1 and EB1s and all of that. So I highly recommend that you check out. Link is in the description. And right now the course is on pre-sale, so there's an early bird discount going on. Along with that, there's an additional discount because you're part of the YouTube community. You will also get another 20% discount. Code is also in the description. This is only applicable for first 50 students. It will go away quickly, so grab it before it goes away. I will see you in the course, but now I will let you enjoy the video. Samia, we're gonna start with your intro, obviously because people should know who you are. But I just wanna start with complimenting you. Like, you are amazing. I still can't believe all the achievements you have. When I was at your age, I was not even close to what you have done so far, and I know this is gonna be inspiration to so many people and so many kids and students like you, and who wants to pursue your path. But before we do that, let's do like a quick intro. Where are you from? And yeah, like, where are you heading towards, and what have you like been doing? Yeah.
Okay. So, firstly, thank you so much for letting me be here. And I'm really glad that you gave me this opportunity. And I am equally excited to be speaking to you. So, hi everyone. My name is Samia Khan. I'm from Lucknow, India. I'm an incoming freshman at Teter College of Business with a 100% scholarship. I was also fortunate enough to have received prestigious scholarship and acceptances into great universities in UK, US and Canada. Some of them include the Next Genius Scholarship to the Beloit College in the US and College of Social Sciences Dean's Award from University of Glasgow, which was also only awarded to 2 South Asian students.
That is amazing. I love it. So, what you're telling me is that you finished your 12th and you're going for your bachelor's degree, and you are going to go to multiple countries and you're going to do it for absolutely free. Is that correct?
Yes. So basically, I'll explain what TETR is. TETR is a new institution which is actually revolutionary because at TETR, students travel to 8 different countries and build startups in each country alongside studying at top universities. So some of these places and universities include IIT Delhi in India, SDA Bocconi in Italy, Columbia University in the US, and NUS in Singapore.
Nice.
So that-
So you're gonna be visiting me when you are in US.
yes, can't wait. But we have to wait 2.5 years for that.
2.5 years. ठीक है. I mean, as long as you don't forget me, because you'll be like celebrity. Already you are a celebrity, so
No, you are a celebrity and you keep on saying that I'm just
No, that's not true. But okay, and so you also had other scholarship in other universities. Can we track back, go back in time?
Sure.
When did the thought come that okay, I want to like not do bachelors in India, I want to pursue it somewhere else? How did this happen?
Okay, so this initially happened in starting of grade 11th only. I kind of had it to my mind that I want to apply abroad. And I had a major reason for it because, since an early age, I have always been a very holistic student. Always loved to do co-curriculars, love to do activities alongside managing my academics. So when I thought, where do I want to attend college? I thought of somewhere where the admissions committee would be, a holistic place that would judge me entirely on all aspects of my profile and not just my academics. So that was my one very major reason which came to me, yes, that I do want to study abroad, and I'm a holistic person and I believe that I will thrive really well in that environment. So
Hmm.
I thought about applying in grade 11, and that is when I started researching, and that's when like I basically started my entire study abroad journey. Before that, I was just focusing on grade 10th boards and, just doing normal co curricular activities, not like making my profile since, a very young age, like grade 9th or 10th. It started in grade 11th, honestly.
Nice. Okay. And so, which countries did you thought of? Like, okay, I want to go. Was it US like the first prime, and then Teter just came about, or like you knew about Teter and you were like focusing on Teter?
No, so my first aim was that I want to have a scholarship when I go abroad. So I was basically looking at universities which gave good scholarship, and that is the US. So you have amazing financial aid and scholarship opportunities in the US. So yes, US was my first aim, and I got to know about Teter College of Business in this May. So it was very recent till I
Hmm.
like changed my entire plan and everything. So before that, it was basically aimed on at what scholarship I get at what university, and I will see accordingly. So US and Canada, and I also applied to UK because prestigious universities, and we'll see. Let's give it a try. But yeah, mainly I was looking towards US and Canada because of their scholarship opportunities.
Hmm. I'm just so impressed by your communication skills. It's like so good. So I can see why you get scholarships.
No, it I wasn't this good back then. I was like, communicating badly, but it, the college application process has helped me like so much in developing my communication skills, because you have to do
Hmm.
interviews, you have to do essays, and you have to do like so much that it builds your entire personality to a like a really good level. So I would give this
Hmm.
credit to my.
I love it. I love it. I am inspired. I hope the students who are watching, and I know there are many students who have been commenting, "Bhai, please make bachelor's video. Please
Bachelor's
make
video.
bachelor's video."
Yes, I've seen that in the comment section, and so glad to be helping those students out.
Right, right. So okay, so I want to focus on 11th grade that you decided that okay, I want to study abroad. um, Something interesting also that, because obviously studying abroad for bachelors is going to cost anywhere from 1 to 2 crore rupees, or like 100,000 to $200,000, especially if you come to United States, because it's very expensive. You were very focused that I don't have money. So I mean, you might have money. Sorry, I'm not saying that you don't have money. You're like, I don't want to spend my money. I'm gonna go with the scholarship.
Yeah.
How did the research for scholarship started? Like, how did you know that which university is giving scholarship? We will focus on United States because that is where my audience is, but we'll do maybe separate video for Canada and other universities. Feel free to add other countries as well if you have information. But what I want to know is how. So 11th May, you're like, okay, I want to study abroad, and US May, I want to go because that is the country gives a lot of scholarship. But how do you find, like, where did you find the scholarship information? How do you know how to get scholarship and all of that?
Okay, yes. So first basic thing is when any thought occurs, we just straight up Google or YouTube it. And it sounds very basic, but it is actually really helpful. So I
It's
actually,
not. So you are right. It is very basic. But what a lot of people, you are amazing. You are like different. You are a totally different breed because a lot of people, what they do, I want to do it. I'm going to go to counselor and let them figure it out for me.
uh,
But you
there is a
are
lot
doing
of
such.
counselor culture from where I come. There are students paying anonymous amounts to counselors for, just, they have everything on the platter once they do the counselor thing. It's sort of that. But it's not that difficult to find scholarships on your own. You just have to dig in deep and research a little. So for the first thing, I started actually searching it on Google and YouTube. I searched how to go abroad, bachelor study, Indian students, and basically there are so many scholarships. So you have to figure out what scholarship is applicable to you, and if your co-curriculars are better than your academics, you have to see what scholarships are inclined towards your co-curricular. And a lot of students even get confused between financial aid and merit based and academic based scholarships. So firstly, even I was confused. So I researched about what all this is, the difference between financial aid, scholarships, merit scholarships, need based scholarships.
What I want to start with is like timeline wise. Can you give me 11th grade at the very beginning? What was the like rough time period?
I think so. From the month of April, I really got interested. I visited my
Hmm.
school counselor. She told me, okay, yes, we will apply, because you really have to be connected to your school counselor if you're applying abroad. So that was the first thing I did. She supported me a lot. After that, I started from basic searching, which is through YouTube. And on YouTube, I got to know the difference between merit based, financial aid, need based, universities which give need based scholarship, with need aware and need based. There are two type of things. I was confused in that. So basically, at the first month till April to July, I would say I was just figuring this out only, that okay, how do you actually apply? How do you actually get the scholarships?
Hmm.
Academics, co-curriculars are like all later, but right now I was
Hmm.
just thinking, okay,
Okay.
I did not have
Yeah.
much of a guidance. So YouTube was my main thing to go, and that's how that was.
Got it. And
Okay.
now this video will be the main thing for everybody. so,
I'm so glad that I can help.
yeah. And so tell me the different types of scholarship and what do they mean in each one of them. And after you explain this, then we will go into how did you start preparing for that scholarship and how do you apply for it. So, but for now, tell me the types. What you're going to watch is an amazing story. But before you watch that, I just want to quickly say that all of these story, I compile the key insights from these stories and all the podcasts that I do. And I put this in my free exclusive newsletter community. Every week, more than 16,000 people receive my newsletter and they love it. And here are some of the examples you can see. This was a podcast on George Mason universities, and you can see how to network and 10% cold emailing, powerful LinkedIn techniques, and so on and so forth. So if you're interested in becoming part of this exclusive newsletter community, absolutely free. Link is in the description, or you can go to udj.com/newsletter.
Sure. So the first type I came across in the US was academic based, which is also merit based scholarship. So in that,
Hmm.
they purely judge you according to your grades. And academics, for this, you should have great SAT scores, great ACT also works. And apart from that, your 10th, 11th, 12th, even ninth should be like really good scores, and they basically want to see a upward graph. It's kind of a myth that if you have a 99%, then only you're going to get a academic scholarship. I don't believe in that. I feel that colleges want to see an upward graph, that yes, you were good in ninth, but then you improved in 10th, and then you are better in 12th. So I basically researched and all this, that what eligibility criterias are there for the scholarship. So first was the academic scholarship, which was purely based on your grades and SAT scores, AP scores as well sometimes, but mainly 10th, 12th, and your SAT. Apart from that came co-curricular scholarships. For this, they look for change makers.
Uh, Sorry, one quick question.
Yeah.
12th score. How would you get 12th score? Because you are you are applying when you are in 11th.
You
So
get
you wouldn't
predicted
have
scores. You get predicted scores.
predicted scores. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Uh,
Okay.
so instead of obviously you cannot submit your 12th grades because that happened next year and you have to apply it in the 12th mid. So you ask your teachers for predicted scores. They basically estimate on your class performance and on your previous test papers and examinations that how you will be performing in your final examinations. So
Hmm.
they give you an estimate and that is submitted to the college. And once you get your final examination results, then later on you go and submit that result, and you kind of have to make sure that your predicted grades and actual grades do match.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So that is academics merit based scholarship.
Yeah.
What are, like, let's go to the next one.
Okay, so the next one is a co-curricular based scholarship. Um,
Hmm.
in that they assess that what kind of activities you've done, how much involved you've been in your community, and just basically what you are outside of your grades and academics. In this, they want change makers, they want people who are actively working in their community, people who have new ventures and ideas in their brain that will implement that when they're once on campus. So the second is this one, community. Sorry.
And some examples would be, what would be some examples, like you are doing volunteers for NGOs,
Yeah,
and then maybe.
sure. Like, yes, volunteering for NGOs, but right now that is kind of basic. Everyone will have one volunteering or two volunteering for NGOs. So you have to do a little out of the box. And
Okay.
that is that either you start your own student run organization where you're helping students with their mental well-being, or you're going to government schools and teaching underprivileged students, or even basic things as such as a normal non-profit organization where you're helping a lot of people in your local community. It has to show impact. You doing
Hmm.
anything, but it will, like, you have to make sure it's doing a great impact. Obviously they don't expect you to be world class, but just in your local community you're doing something. That is what they want to
Hmm.
see.
Hmm.
So I
Okay.
was in an organization that focused on mental health. Apart from that, I was also in an organization that was a student-run organization that created financial, physical, and mental well-being content. Apart from that, I had my own non-profit organization, which was one of the largest in my state. We had over 200 plus volunteers, and we gave,
You have your own non-profit?
yeah, but I did not start it because I wanted to apply. I have it since like 2021. It really came in handy for my application. Where
And so what your non-profit does?
it's called Zaria in Urdu, meaning making a way. So basically, as
Yeah.
simple as that, it's
Hmm.
a very a normal non-profit organization. We provide people in our local community with essential items such as food packages, clothing items, blankets. We've distributed more than 7,000 food packages, 2,000 blankets, and we have over 200 plus volunteers. So basically, students my age, even they wanted volunteering opportunities, and they aren't much present here. So it also creates a way for them to be able to volunteer. So it's that we also
Hmm.
collaborated with other organizations in my city. One was with animal welfare organization. We had drives monthly and gave dog food and cat food along with nutritious milk and stuff dogs need and cats need. So yeah.
Got it. Okay. So co-curricular based is leaders, volunteers who's creating impact in their community. They are the next leaders, innovators. You can have your student-run club. You can be volunteer. You have your own non-profit. Basically, you're doing something which is impacting society and your community, and creating a large impact. And so they think that you will, when you come and join their university, you will also be doing something like that. That's why they're wanting to give you scholarship for that. Okay, cool.
Apart
So
from
that is.
this, I'll just add on, you can also do research projects. Research
Hmm.
is like highly appreciated by the universities according to my research that I did. So I did two research projects as well. So you can do that. Apart from that, you can.
What kind of research? Like, what is the topics of research?
Yeah, it can be something really personal to you. It can be an internship. So I did two research projects. One was a research internship under a Harvard and Cornell alumnus, where we researched upon artificial intelligence taking jobs in the Northern America, in US and Canada. So that was a group internship. Apart from that, I had my individual research internship that I did was locally. There we compared Ola and Uber's impact on traditional taxi services in my own city, Lucknow. That how it has impacted the traditional taxis in my city, and I was a co-author of that research paper.
Is this so? In the paper is published?
No, it's not published yet. One was an internship; it didn't had to get published. The other one is on the peer review journal. It's almost about to get published, but you can
Hmm.
still add on to it if it's not published. It doesn't has to be
Right,
published.
right,
It's
yeah.
just authentic.
And so I know we are getting into how I before we want to talk about other as well, like need based scholarship, financial aid, but how did you get these? Like, I'm very curious. Like for the Harvard, Cornell alumnus, plus Ola, Uber,
Yeah.
how did you find? You're like 10 standard, like what the heck? Like how?
So
I mean 11. Right? How did you get it?
I was actually in a international community group on WhatsApp, which had a lot of resources coming in. There was like student seniors in US. They used to send a lot of opportunities and co-curricular opportunities that you could do. So one was through that. You could connect with them, and then they would help you out. So like they played a really great role in my research internships. There are actually a lot of international community groups where you can join in, and then everyone similar to you struggling with you, everyone discusses the kind of essays required, co-curriculars required. It's really helpful. So one was that through the community WhatsApp group I was in for international students, and the second one was my best friend and I decided to co-author the research paper individually. So that was during my summer break in grade 12, so we had an ample amount of time. We did our research by ourselves, took help from seniors, and managed it by ourselves. That is all.
Okay, so the again, you were in part of a WhatsApp group. Someone posted that, hey, we need help with this. We are doing this research,
Yeah,
and you spotted it. It sparked interest in you. You're like, okay, this sounds interesting. I want to. Then you outreached to them
yeah, 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 yeah.
that, hey, I would be interested in this,
Yeah.
and that's how you got one of these opportunity.
Apart from that, you can just like figure out who do you want to do your research paper with. Like one of my friend had a research internship in University of Santa Cruz, a virtual 100% scholarship internship she did with a professor at University of Santa Cruz. So you can search research opportunities for grade 12 students, and you get a list of research opportunities. There's a Babson summer research program as well. There's a Washington University summer program for research as well. So I could not do all of that, but I have, you know, people who do.
But once you find it, then you just email them that, hey, I'm interested.
Yeah,
Here's my profile.
yeah,
Here's why I'm
yeah. You have to fill out the form. Apart from that, you can email them to show that you are, giving out efforts to
really
do
interested.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
emailing,
Okay, cool.
emailing like works a lot. And
Yeah. Oh,
it's just not, and that's how I actually even approached you. Emailing really worked.
yeah. Yeah, you did. You did. That's amazing. I do read all my emails, and yes, I'm in America at least. Emails. In India, we do a lot of WhatsApp, but in United States and in other foreign countries, emails are the best way to communicate. So, thank you for sending the email. I'm so blessed that you did. But okay, so we are. At the two scholarships we have done so far, academic merit based, co-curricular based.
Yeah.
Now, what is the next one?
The next one, I think so, would be financial aid. That is
Hmm.
not a scholarship. It's a whole different thing. But majority of international students are, receiving financial aid instead
Hmm.
of like scholarships. Scholarships are awarded to few number of students, but where your
Scholarship is
major,
like you are. you are someone amazing person. That's why we want to award you with this
Yeah.
scholarship and support you. Financial aid is like, we understand you come from a background where you need money or you need financial help.
Yeah.
So here you can utilize this help. So is that same as need-based scholarship?
Yes, there it is the same as need-based scholarship, but there's a difference between need-based and need-aware. So
Okay.
yeah, when you're
Before we go to need based, let's just finish the financial aid. What is like how does it work? And I think most international students don't even know about this. So how does it really work? Like,
okay.
do you get it? Do you apply and then apply? You get an admit and then apply for financial aid. Like, how does it work?
Okay, so it's not like that. You have to apply with your college application only. So for financial aid, you have something called the CSS profile. It's basically a financial aid application, and that is where your entire financial stuff happens. In the CSS profile, you add your entire family's financial details. You add how much you can contribute yearly to that college and how much you are willing to afford for paying your tuition fee. Apart from that, you add your assets and liabilities and how many siblings you have. It's basically a entire form where all your financial capabilities are shown, and the admission committee looks at that CSS profile only while awarding you with the financial aid. That is basically how the committee judges. So for some universities have CSS form, but apart from that, some universities have their own financial aid form as well. There you have to fill in the same details, but it's just done separately. So your CSS profile is sent with your Common App application. And for your CSS profile, you can also ask universities for waivers. Otherwise, it takes some dollars to be sent, but you can email the university that I would love to have a CSS waiver. I am not in the capability to be able to afford the application fee, and they award you with an waiver. So that is how your entire financial aid stuff works.
And so, okay, and so from the process wise, you are like, I want to go to, for example, Columbia University, and I go through my Common App when I'm doing my application for Columbia University. You also apply for financial aid, assuming they have a CSS profile or their own thing. You fill out all of that, and then they will review that application. But wouldn't that be like, again, I'm not sure you know the answer, but I'm just thinking from an university perspective that, okay, if we give him or her an admit, he's not going to pay. In fact, we have to pay him to study for free. So why give an admit to this person?
That is when need aware and need based comes in. So that is, it's a very actually correct point what you've stated, and this impacts a lot of college decisions. So basically, there are universities that are need aware and there are universities that are need based. So need aware universities do take financial aid into consideration while giving you an acceptance. They do see that, okay, yes, we have to spend so much amount on this person, is it worthy of our acceptances? But the need based universities do not look at your financial aid. If you're in, if they accepted you, they're going to give you that financial aid. They do not consider what financial background you're coming from. If they like you, if your profile is appealing to them, you get an acceptance, and then you get the amount of scholarship, the amount of financial aid you have displayed in your CSS profile or whatever the college calculates. But for need aware universities, you have to be really careful, when sending them, because your acceptance can be based on that factor, that you require financial aid. So they might not select you.
Got it. Okay. And so need based, they give you regardless of what you need, because it is need based. And need aware is where they are aware that you need this and may or may not give, because they are like, we're not going to make money any from this person. So
Yeah.
okay. um, And how much money do you get from like all these scholarship, like merit base? Is it full right scholarship? It is 50%, or is it all dependent?
It depends. It depends. Some university have like a really good merit base. I think so. In Boston University, I'm not sure, but Boston University, I think so, has a merit based scholarship, which is, I think so, 100% scholarship. I'm not sure. I think so. But it really depends. It could be 40%. It could be 80%.
Hmm.
These scholarships are really dependable. I know scholarships in Canada which are merit and co-curricular based that give you 100%. One
Hmm.
is in UBC International Scholars, and the second one is University of Toronto Lester B scholarship
Hmm.
that covers your entire thing, and that's not need based. It's merit and co-curricular based. For
And you got that?
no, I did not get it. My best friend actually got the UBC 100% scholarship.
Nice. Okay, maybe we should bring your best friend as well. But but what about the one which you did get in the United States?
That is an entire separate program called the Next Genius Scholarship. Then there, that's not related to your university. That is basically a whole different thing. You have to apply to that specific scholarship, and then there's a process. I will explain the process right now. So
Okay.
Next Genius. Okay. Firstly, we'll
Before you get before we get there, so these are the types of scholarship, which is merit based academic scholarship, co-curricular scholarship, and then there is financial aid, and in that it could be need based, need aware. There are how do you know which university are need aware? How do you know which university are need based?
there are a lot of resources that actually differentiate what universities are need aware and what are need based. Some major universities which are so popular because they are need based would include liberal arts colleges like Bowdoin, Swarthmore, and Pomona. I think so. These are need based. They do not judge. Williams is a need based university. They do
But
not.
it doesn't matter who they are, but like, how do you find it? It's just like Google and go to their website and
Yeah.
you find it.
No. Yeah, on their website also you can find, but there are actually a lot of lists present, and it states I had an entire list of the U.S. universities college which mentioned these are need based and this is need aware and acceptance rate. I'll try to find that list and send it to you. You can add them for the students. So you
Nice.
actually go to Google and in fact YouTube also, and you type out need aware universities versus need based, and you get some universities where they're explaining which ones are need based and which ones are need aware. And apart from that, you
Hmm.
can also check out each university you're interested, their website, and it's clearly stated if they're need aware or need based.
Hmm. Okay. And my guess is that your like regardless of which scholarship you choose, you have to spend a lot of time in one building your profile, and then also writing the right application, like filling out all the details, because I'm assuming you'll have to write like lots of essays or like justification that here is why I deserve a scholarship and here is why I need a scholarship. Is that true assumption?
In the US, you don't actually, like, I personally did not have a specific scholarship essay. You actually write about your co-curriculars in your essay, and your common app has your co-curriculars and details, and the admissions committee judges you on that essay only. There's no specific why you should get that scholarship essay. That's in UK
Okay,
and that's in Canada. I did not go through that for the US. You
got it.
apply, write normal essays, and it's on the committee to actually see if you're worthy or not.
So in essays, do you say that you need scholarship or you
No,
don't?
no, no, you don't. You,
Acha. So you just like try to present the best self scenario, and then they are like, oh, this student is amazing. We would love to bring them on a merit based scholarship.
if there is like a specific different scholarship that this college has a merit based scholarship, then you will have a section that in this section you can write that why you deserve a scholarship and why
Okay.
you should be gotten. So some colleges they have a scholarship essay, but mostly don't. Mostly you're judged on your profile only.
And And if you're applying for financial aid, do you just have to click that I need financial aid? And
Yeah. You have to take, they'll ask you in the Common App and your application that are you applying for the scholarship. So, yes, you have to take that, and
hmm,
apart from that, send in your CSS profile or whatever financial aid form that college has.
nice. Okay, great. So now we will talk about the next Genius scholarship, because those were the only scholarship you can think of, right? Like, and then this is the next Genius, which is completely different. You just found it online, and
Yeah.
how, like, yeah, how did you find it? And then, like, what is it?
Again, it was while just randomly Googling scholarships for Indian students. So, Next Genius is a scholarship that is applicable for Indian students, students from Nepal and Sri Lanka as well. So I was just randomly, I think so, searching about scholarships, and I came across Next Genius. I was like, let's see what it is, because when you're searching, you don't actually find a lot of scholarships for bachelor students. There'll be like a lot of students for masters and for PhD and that, but you get like a little less resources for the bachelor. So this was one thing I came across that said 100% scholarship for bachelor students from India to the US. So it caught my eye, like, really. So for Next Genius, your first step is that you have to fill out a registration form, a normal registration form, and pay a very small amount of fee. The second step is you get a list of colleges, a list of liberal art colleges in the US, and you have to select what colleges you think you are interested in, and then you have to send that to the Next Genius committee. And then after that, they allocate you a college on what they think is better for us. I was allocated Beloit. So after that, after these two things is done, then once you're allocated your college, you have to make a video introduction about that specific college, where you have to talk about that college. And this is the make it or a break it thing, your video introduction, because if your video is good, then you go to the interview round or you get rejected.
Hmm.
So that's how
Hmm.
it is. For video introduction, I talked about a lot of things that I would love to do in Beloit, how I will contribute to their community. I mentioned specific traditions of that college, and about activities they have, about courses. Just like you have to show them that you have researched, and you have to talk about that in your video introduction.
How
After,
long this video is?
I think so, 2 to 3 minutes, just a very small.
Okay.
They just want to see that. After that video introduction, you have your interview round. So your interview round is the main thing. That is how you get selected. Next Genius, your interview like plays the major role. So for your interview, it's a group interview, and you have the admissions committee from your specific college, and you have 4 to 5 other students with you, and then you have that interview. So in that interview, basically what the committee wants to see is your problem solving skills, your critical thinking skills, and how you perform under pressure. They asked like questions like, if you caught one of your classmate using AI, what will you do? Will you complain or will you explain? So like they like, and it won't be something out of the box that, oh my god, why do you want to attend this college, why us, or something like that. Obviously you should be prepared with why us, but it is going to be the most random thing. They are
Hmm.
actually going to like
Yeah, it's emotional intelligence. I think
yeah,
it's
they just want to test your raw self, unlike that that you are fully prepared and scripted for an interview. It's not like that. Apart from that, it's a
hmm.
group interview, so they also see how you are collaborating with your peers, and how good you are towards them, and just basically how you are in environment, and how you are going to collaborate and what collaborate and contribute to their
Hmm.
on campus.
Yeah, amazing. So, and so this interview happens, and then you, in this case, you got the scholarship. This was 100% scholarship, or 50%, or
No, basically Next Genius has two types of scholarships. One is a full tuition scholarship, the other is a partial scholarship. So I got Beloit's a presidential scholarship, which is their highest scholarship.
Okay. Which is full 100%?
Yeah, it's a full tuition.
Nice. Okay, great. But yet you're not obviously going there because you got Teter, which we will get to it in a minute. But in you said College of Liberal Arts. So does that mean you will be doing the major in that versus computer science or anything like that?
My major was economics and entrepreneurship. It's a liberal art college, but like you have a lot of major options. So doesn't matter what
Okay.
your major is. But the colleges are liberal arts. So doesn't actually matter to your major. You can choose whatever you are passionate about.
Okay. Cool. Amazing. So these were all the scholarship. Are there any other that we forgot or
No, I don't think so.
yeah. And I know there are a lot of like these independent scholarships as well. Like Tata has one,
Yeah.
and then
I remember Tata
oh,
has one for Cornell students, for undergraduate students going to Cornell. It's
mm,
yeah, they have that. Apart from that, I
yeah.
think Emory also has a merit or a co-curricular based scholarship.
Yeah, and once you start, there is also like a lot of alumni who have funds for like women in tech, women brown women or something like that. Like there are specific for brown, like women's. There are obviously specific for different backgrounds, etc. Then there is alumni who they every single year there is an alumni association. They like to sponsor one or two students, so you just have to go inside the university and find out if they have something like that.
Yeah, you have to like dig in really deep into the university's website to actually find out about those scholarships because they're not advertised greatly. You have to
Correct.
do
Yeah.
research for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So all these scholarships. So back to your timeline, you are like, okay, I figured out these are scholarships available. I now know what I need to do. So you said you didn't really have a great profile. Like, yeah, I mean, you did things, but in 11th grade is when you started like actually working so that you can apply for all this. Now that you know what they require. So what happened after this process? Like you found out that I want to go to scholarship based university. You found out how to get these scholarships. Now what?
Okay, so I during my grade 11, I was just basically researching about scholarships, what universities I want to apply, and building on my co-curriculars. So this was like the simple gist of my grade 11. So in grade 11, what I also did help me was to attend a lot of career fairs. We have a lot of career fairs going on, so I used to
Hmm.
attend, and there were universities representative. You can talk to them. They can tell you about the specific scholarships. Like for example, I will come to UK just for a little minute. I was attending a career fair, and we had University of Bristol there. So I was, communicating with that specific university's representative, and then they told me about their Think Big scholarship. That's in UK for University of Bristol, and that was like
Hmm.
a really good amount of scholarship for the UK. So that's how I got to know about a lot of scholarships. So you can do
Hmm.
that in your grade 11th, because grade 12th you won't get time to figuring out like what scholarship should I apply to. You should get all this figured out as early as you can, and then start building on your profile. So grade 11 I researched on scholarship, and I also researched on what specific courses I want to apply to, because specific universities have different majors, and you can look into that majors. Some majors are combined that might seem appealing to you, and then you can write your essays according to that. So you can figure out your universities, what course you want to apply to in each specific university, what scholarship you want to apply to each specific university. That is entire grade 11th. And apart from that, also keep on building on your co-curriculars, and if you giving the SAT, complete your SAT by 11th end, I think. So that will be really beneficial to you if you complete your SAT. I personally did not give the SAT. Apart
So
from,
wait, 1 second. You did not give SAT. So
yeah,
then what did you do?
my time SAT wasn't compulsory, but this year onwards, it's mostly compulsory in all universities in the US. I was lucky
Hmm.
enough to, have the option to leave the SAT and the ACT, but this year students unfortunately do not. Like, yeah, there are
Hmm.
still some universities present that are accepting, but they'll obviously give preference to students who have the SAT score, right? So it's
Hmm.
better students give the SAT this year.
Got it. So in the 11th grade starts when to when? Is it
11th
same
grade,
for?
is it it's from March to Feb.
Okay,
And
March to Feb.
yeah,
So in you are saying ki before you start your 12th grade, you need to figure out which university you need to go, what course you want to do, and see if those universities wouldn't you first choose the course because technically
no,
you.
no, first you choose
They,
the course only. Yeah, obviously, you first choose the course. Like, for example, I want to do economics, but for some universities, they have a really good course in economics combined with finance or entrepreneurship. So you can select
Hmm,
that. If relating to your major only, they have a good combined course or something
hmm,
else that you would be interested in that is really top. That college is in really top for that specific course. You can figure that out. That's what I'm saying.
hmm. Okay, so in your case, you figured out you first started researching. Ki I want to go study abroad.
Yeah.
I want to do masters for free. Here is
And
the scholar.
bachelor.
Huh? Oh, sorry,
Bachelor.
bachelors. Yes, yes. Yeah. Bachelors for free. There are scholarships. I'm gonna look up. You found out these are the scholarships. Now you started going to educational fairs where universities would come. You would talk to these universities. Now you started figuring out. I want to choose which course I want to go to. In your case, you decided economics and entrepreneurship.
Yeah,
Why?
it was because I had always like sort of had an interest in economics. Apart from economics, for some universities, I also applied for business management. It was always business management, economics, or entrepreneurship. I was fine with
Okay.
doing these three because I knew eventually, they're sort of my
Huh, you are like an entrepreneur. You just like you want to be in that world, like whether it is consulting world, client facing. You want to do
yeah.
more that type of stuff.
I knew it since an early age that this is where I have to go. There was like no doubt about it. But a lot of students, like my age students, they're figuring either sociology or history or French. Like that is literally what they think. I can do French also, I can do history also. They're really, disturbed in what they want to do, and that's totally okay. So grade 11th, you
Why
can
would you
take.
do history and French? Like I don't understand. Like
So
what do you get out of it?
interest, some people do have, like, one of my friend is doing history and French. So and
History and French. Like मतलब तो career क्या बनेगा? मतलब वो like what do you get out of
some
that doesn't
people
make.
that's the sad truth, but like a lot of people aren't career oriented. They want to do what they're just like passionate about, and then they'll see it
I mean, it's
later.
not a bad thing. I'm not trying to make fun of
Yeah, it's
like
not a bad thing. Yeah, obviously you should follow your passion.
like I'm just curious. Like I don't know. Maybe this is
But
my ignorance
yeah,
that I don't know what people get if they do
same,
history
even
and
I
French. Like
don't have much knowledge about it, but I think so you can like do a lot of things. You can be a translator, or somewhere you can go into languages, or
mm,
something like
cool.
that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But like if arts again, like I would if I were you and if I can go back in time, I want to get into filmmaking and journalism. So that is what I would have chosen. If I can go back, I would not choose technology. I'm a senior product manager. But whatever, that's a different story.
Even I had mass media and communication in grade 12. So, like, even I was considering doing a minor in mass media or something like that. But I
That is
wasn't
another
that
thing.
deeply interested.
Bachelors you can.
I thought I can do that. I can follow my passion for content creation and vlogging and all without actually doing a major in it. So, no need for
Hmm.
that.
Yeah. No. I mean, yes, content creation obviously exists now, but uh, I don't want to just be a content. I could be just a content creator, but I actually want to make a feature film and web
Yeah.
series and all of that.
So
So,
you were
like, I
interested
want.
in filmmaking earlier.
I am still interested, like directing, filmmaking. I took the course as well from the university, but regardless, that's let's. I'm digressing the conversation. So figure out the course. You have to do a lot of introspection. That what do I really want to do? But a lot of universities you can also go undecided, right? Like you don't have to
That's the
decide.
best part about the US universities. You can go undecided, you can go into a specific major but change it later on if you have completed your prerequisites. It's like actually really flexible. So there isn't much pressure into that. If you're choosing computer science, you have to do it. No, you can shift to something other. You can shift to finance after if you're interested in that. So that is very liberal in the US, obviously. There's a
Yeah.
lot of
So
That's why a lot of students prefer also going to the US because of this one reason. Because if they're not yet found out their passion, they can take time and figure out what they want and later.
yeah, because then they can take multiple courses in the
Yeah,
first year and decide like, okay, I really like filmmaking and I'll go in that direction, or I really like business and I'm gonna go in that direction.
yeah,
Okay, cool. So you figure out the course, then you figure out the university, making sure those universities do have the scholarship. Then and then now you know everything that you need for that university. You before your 11th ends, you also have to give SAT uh, and ACT or whatever, SAT or ACT, which is for master students, it's like GRE. So it's
yeah.
a similar thing. So you do this
Mm.
before 11th grade. Now your 11th grade has done,
Yeah.
12th grade is starting.
12th
So what?
started. Since
Huh,
12th starting, you should, like, if you're applying abroad, just be like make it your entire life, because you think that you have so much time left till the applications and all, but it all just comes in such a bulk that you won't be able to like start with it if you're like waiting till the last month to it. So essentially grade 12 starts in March. So from March, you should start with building on your profile and start getting things done one by one. So March,
when you say building profile, what do you mean?
building profile, yeah, I did more addition to your co-curriculars. Like I did my research work in grade 12 only, right? Apart from that, I expanded my non-profit organization by collaborating with other welfare organization. Apart from that, I was also doing my passion project. For passion project, you can actually do something you're truly passionate about, and I was passionate about eye makeup, so I was doing a eye makeup internship under a makeup artist. That was
Wait, Kitana, how do you have so much time?
the eye makeup was something that I really love to do in my free time. So it wasn't like a pressure on me, but
Can you tell me like what did your day look like in 12th grade?
it was horrible. I don't even want to go back to it. I was just so happy to be free from it. Uh, going to
But
school.
it was horrible, but it now,
It is good.
generated the fruits
Yeah, it
for
is good.
you, right? So,
But
uh,
actually managing school with everything is really difficult. Alongside, I had tuitions and also had to do the
can you
application.
walk me through a day? Like what a typical day would look like?
So these things which I'm telling you, the co-curricular, I mostly did it in my summer vacation where I had like 24 hours free. But for a typical school day, go to school, come back from school around 3:30.
Time.
Time, achha, okay, I don't even remember. I used to go to school at 7:50. 7:50. Then I used to come back by 3:30.
Hmm.
4:15 I had my economics tuition, which was 3 days in a week. So I
Hmm.
mostly had to just get dressed and rush for that tuition. After,
Hmm.
and I used to come back around like 6:30. Then
Hmm.
6:30 I was working on my applications, which was, you're like so exhausted, you don't feel like working, but then you have to push yourself because no one else is going to come and do that for you. So I was working on my essays. After that, obviously schoolwork, assignment, we're doing that by around 9, 10, 11, just random stuff, nothing major productive. And then at night 12, I think so. What was I doing? I think so. Again, just researching or doing something college related. My entire 12th was focused on college. Apart from
So
that,
no party, no hanging out, nothing.
no, I did party. I would party, but not on a typical school day. Weekends, and my school thankfully had a lot of long breaks and Easter break,
Hmm.
Diwali break, so I used to adjust in that. But my typical day used to literally just end from school, tuition, some essay writing, watching YouTube videos, watching some fun video, day ended. Next day school.
Okay, and so when you say essay writing, you mean like these the essay that you have to write for college
Yeah,
application.
yeah. Essay, Common App, and CSS profile. Apart from that, I was applying to like Canada, UK, US. So for UK SOP, Canada also, you have to fill out their application. So like all different things, you just have to
Hmm.
continuously
Acha.
keep on doing.
Okay. Sorry, I digressed. March May, you started building your profile,
Profile.
so which included all of this as well, like research project, non-profit, passion project, working on essays, and watching YouTube videos, doing more research and all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now what?
April, I gave AP exams. AP
Okay.
exams are not actually really common from where I come, but I thought that I will go out of my way and give the AP examinations to show how committed I am. And I did that. I tortured myself because I had school
Why
along with
not?
AP exams. Uh,
What is AP exams like? Advanced parole?
Advanced placement examinations.
Yeah.
So I've
Okay.
forgotten. I just say AP exams. So advanced placement, I think so. So for AP exams, basically it shows college that you're committed towards the specific major you're applying. So I gave AP macro and microeconomics, and entire April I studied for it. Students in grade 12th in the US study for AP exams for like 6 months, 3 months, 8 months, and here we had to do it like in a month, 1.5 months. So it was like really bad.
And it only happens once a year, right?
That only happens once a year, and it happens only in one institution in my entire city. So it's like
Hmm.
limited, and you just get
Acha,
one
it's like a
chance.
board exam type only situation. Ki you prepare for it, you actually and then do you have to apply, register? Do you have to pay
Yeah,
for it or no?
you have to pay a very hefty amount, 18 to 19,000 for a single examination.
For you, what is this? Like
Oh,
nothing.
come on. Uh,
Right. So okay, so you chose macro economics because you knew that you wanted to. You were very clear कि हाँ मेरे को इधर ही जाना है. Like this is where I want to go. So I'll pick. So in AP also you can choose कि I want to do computer science. So
yeah,
maybe I'll
AP
prepare for.
history, AP economics, AP calculus. In calculus also they have two types of calculus. There are a lot of
Hmm.
AP options.
Okay. And so this shows university that you are very committed and it shows that you have taken effort and it takes time for people to prepare for it. So you're doing that. Okay. So April, May, you did this. Like, and
April
then keep
to
going
May,
on the timeline.
April to
Huh.
May, I was busy with my AP examinations and
Hmm.
alongside school.
Hmm.
After that, May I think so did not do a lot because that is when summer vacation had started, and I was just
What? You and did not do anything? I don't believe that.
I am not that great of a multitasker. It just seems like this right now, but at that time it was horrible. May I just wanted to sleep, wake up, eat food, watch YouTube, and sleep. So I know I obviously did not do that. I had tuitions going on. I was horrible in
So
accounts.
what is this tuition for?
Account,
Like the
yeah,
12th
grade
boards.
12 boards. I had economics and accounts tuition. So I
Okay.
was juggling between them all the time. So accounts,
You said you want to go into economics and accounts is not your favorite thing?
yeah, accounts I am not good at all. It's horrible.
Okay,
And
cool. So summer vacation में you're taking tuitions, you're chilling also.
apart from that, we
What
had so
about?
much like board projects and also doing all of that. Board projects you
Huh.
have to do, school assignments you have to do, catch up on other school stuff. There's like a lot of school stuff you have to manage alongside this. And at this point, I had started my NCC. I was actually in National Cadet Corps in my school. It was the first year my school had started that. So I was part of the National Cadet Corps, and we had a 10-day summer camp,
Mm.
like that. So May end, I was doing that.
Okay. In what about the internship and research paper? That was all in March only.
No, no, no. That's like going through, like my
That is also
internships is like going from class 11th onwards, and research is from March, and I even did it in July. So it's like a continuous, no specific timeline for it. It was going throughout all this time. Uh,
okay. Okay. Good.
and
Cool. So now June is here,
yeah, June, I did a summer program.
and so this is June last year, right?
Yeah, last year.
So, so if for someone who wants to come bachelors in 2025,
Mhm.
uh, at this point, they should have done everything that you have already said. And they are like working on, like right now it's August. So I'm assuming at this point, they're doing applications. But
Yeah, this time all they can do is like fill out the Common App, essays, financial forms, scholarships, perfecting the essays, and just general focusing on the application. At this point, you do not have time to build out on your profile, or do stuff out of the
so
box.
let's
This
say
time,
if they don't have the great profile and now they watch this video and they're like, oh wow, like I'm so far behind. Should they just not go and then go for masters and just do the bachelors in India?
no, no, you think you have a horrible profile, even if you think you have the worst profile, you should still try. Even I did not think my profile was that great. Yeah, I knew it was at a good level, but it wasn't out of the world, right? Like, there were students doing so much more. You'll always find someone doing way better than you, but that does not mean that you have to stop. Even if you have the worst profile, apply, because there are so many game changers that you can't even think of. Maybe you write something so good in your essay that the admission committee says, okay, I want this person only. Anything can be a game changer for you. Maybe your one specific co-curricular is so appealing to the admissions committee that they take you. That
Mm.
is what the part is about applying abroad, that it is so holistic that you never know what shines
Mm.
out. So you should try to build your profile, focus on your academics and how much you've done, be satisfied with it, and then just start focusing on your applications.
Yeah, and again, this is a question you might not know the answer, but let's say they do all of this and they got the admission, but they did not get the scholarship. And after watching our video, they are like, okay, now I know. So can they take a gap year and then go for bachelors?
Yeah. Gap year is perfectly normal and common. They can, if they feel that they will be able to achieve that scholarship, if they give it an year's time, they should definitely consider a gap year, because
Okay, so
scholarship is an
12th,
essential part. So
do you take a gap? So 12th, you take a gap and then you start your bachelor's. So it is possible. Okay.
yeah, a lot of
Cool.
people in India take gap years for competitive exams. So why not take a gap year for applying abroad? If you feel that you will be able
Wait,
to
what is
perfect
competitive exam? Acha, the NEET and JEE and all of that.
CUET, so many examinations. So they mostly, a lot of people take a gap year for that. So this is it's uncommon that you take a gap year for applying abroad, but no, you can definitely take a gap year and build
Oh,
on.
acha, I didn't know that. I thought you do all of this in 11th, 12th only, and then you start your IIT, whatever your journey.
Like 2 to 3 3 year gap years, like for competitive exams such as NEET, IIT, CUET, like a lot of people take gap years. It's more than you and I think. There are a lot of people who actually crack it with their grade 12th only. Right now, a lot of my friends cracked Indian examinations, like top colleges alongside grade 12, but entire 12th, they were just into the books. They had like a next level commitment. So then you have to give that alongside your 12th. Otherwise, you take a gap year and then you practice.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Okay, cool. ठीक है. So June में what like what did you like timeline wise? June, July. What was the going
June,
on?
July, I had actually started on with my essays. I was brainstorming for my Common App essay. Common App essay is very important. We'll come to that. So at this point, I had started thinking about my essays and how I want them to be and how I'm going to write them. Apart from that, I was also working on Common App. Common App is also really important where you have to fill in your co-curriculars. There's a specific word limit, so you have to make sure that your co-curricular stands out in that specific word limit and the committee is able to understand what you're trying to, you know, tell them about your co-curriculars. So all these
So
things.
common app and essays are separate things.
No. Common App. Common App is a portal, and there only you have to fill out your essays and also your co-curricular. So there's a section where about activities, honors, or where you have to fill out your awards. It's like it includes everything you send to
Acha.
your.
So it's overall your profile, which is what the common app, you will store all of this there, and then from common app you will apply to multiple universities.
Yeah. Yes.
Acha.
You can
Okay.
apply to
And
20 universities from the Common App.
is it all free?
No, it's not free. It's like you have to pay good amount of dollars for each application, but you get waivers. You literally you can get waivers really easily. You have the waiver section on your Common App only, and you tick for the waivers, and you get the Common App waiver.
Wait, so you, let's say I want a waiver for NYU or Columbia. You go to that, you see, oh, $150 for an application fee. I don't want to do that. So how do you apply for a waiver?
There is a specific section for waivers in it where like if you're applying for waivers, you're applying to all universities for waivers. You cannot pick and choose. Then
Acha.
all your universities will have waivers. So there's a specific section where you take that you want waivers, and then automatically you're allowed to submit your application without an application fee.
Hmm. And mm, and so this is for United States, right? Okay,
Canada,
cool.
they don't have waivers.
Okay, cool. So Common App has waivers, co-curricular, essays. It is a portal which you use to apply for universities. Is this the only portal that you do, or are, Hmm,
You have another portal. You have Coalition. It's also
hmm.
like similar to Common App. And then once you have finished the limit of 20 colleges in the Common App, you can use Coalition to apply for more universities.
How many how many universities do you apply to?
I did not apply too much. I was
Acha.
like, yeah, I wanted to keep it limited to liberal arts colleges only because they give more scholarships. So I would say I applied to six, seven.
Okay. You got admit from everybody?
No, it was horrible. Don't ask.
What?
No, I didn't get admits from all the universities. It was
No, I thought you must have gotten
no,
from
you
everybody.
think my application is the best? It's not like that. Um, US bachelors is really competitive. That's what I would say. You
Okay.
can have the best of the best profiles.
You got one or two, right? At least.
I got like three admits.
Huh.
Three.
Acha.
Mhm.
And all of them had scholarships?
No. Didn't.
Hmm.
Only Beloit.
Only Beloit. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. What were the other admits? Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. One was Florida University, and the another was Knox University.
Okay, nice. Cool. So these are, so you started in July, June, July. You started working on essays. You say essays, meaning plural.
Yeah.
How many essays
So
do you have to write?
for
Uh,
essays, you have first is a Common App essay that is sent to each and every college you apply to in the US. It's
mm,
like you have to send your Common App essay. Apart from that, you have something called supplementary essays. So now
mm,
supplementary essays can be of two, three types. One is a college specific essay or a YS essay. The second one is a community essay. So, or you can have a third type of essay which is like personal to a college. It can be a random quote which you're supposed to write on, like NYU has random quotes where you are supposed to write on. So you can have different type of essays. So all these essays you are working on, first your common app, then your college specific essays for each college you're applying to.
Okay. Do you guys also need a letter of recommendations, or is that just a
Yeah.
master's thing?
No. Letter of recommendations are really important, and basically they give the admissions committee a third perspective on to what you are as a person. They are, I feel, a really integral part. But you cannot directly influence your LOAs. Your professors, teachers, and mentors have to only write it and directly send it to the college through your counselor. But what you can do is build good network with your teachers and ask them to write good LORs and just, show them the efforts you're putting in classes, and that's how they will write your LORs. So it will give the admissions committee a good view of what you are as a person apart from co-curriculars, grades.
Okay. We are gonna do a separate video on how to write essay. Samia has like a 15-page presentation, or like she's like went overboard. I told her let's do a bullet point, and she's like she created like a whole PowerPoint. So we'll do a separate video because I want to keep this like overall flow, and then people can come and watch the how to write essays properly, which basically got you scholarships as well. So you were working June, July, May, SS. What happened in August? And August is when you started the applications.
Yeah, August is basically August is taking predicted grades from your teachers. You go to them and tell them you're applying abroad, and then you take your predicted scores, and those are the scores that are submitted to your universities. Apart from that, you are asking for LORs, and apart from that, you are simply just doing work on your common app and also studying for half yearly examinations. Like my half yearly examinations start from September, and half yearly examinations are also important because you have to match your grades with your predicted grades, so you do have to match out with your academics also. So August is basically studying for half yearly and doing predicted and LOR work.
Okay. And then September.
August also you can give your IELTS examination or the DET or whatever you prefer. I personally did not give because I asked the universities for an exemption, and actually you even have option on some portals that you want to be exempted for the English proficiency test, and you can take that. Otherwise, you can mail the college that you have gotten a good score in your English grades in your 10th 11th, and that you would like to be exempted from the English proficiency test, so they give you the waiver.
Interesting. And you got the waiver?
Yeah, waiver is very easily available.
No, I mean saying you got the waiver.
Yeah, I got the
You didn't apply for DET and TOEFL or anything like that.
No.
Nice. I mean, your English is so good. Like, I wish my English was that good.
No, come on, what are you talking? Your English is amazing.
I mean, now, but like if you have heard me when I was in 12th grade, it was not not this good. So it's great. It's great. Take the compliment. Okay, so September is here. What do you do in September?
September, you just give your half yearlies. There's nothing else you can do. At least for me, I had my examination, so just your half yearlies. October is when you actually start getting everything done. By October end and November 1st, you prefer to apply for early action and early decision. There is something called early action and early decision. So you figure out to what colleges you want to apply early, and you do that by October end. So October, you're just doing your essays and getting it proofread from your teachers, professors, and mentors, counselors, filling out scholarship forms, and everything. October is just
Mm.
entirely based, dedicated for your college application.
Okay. Um, Another question in early actions, early decisions. This is something also true for masters, but I don't know if it's true for bachelors. I've heard this, and even I've spoke to many university admissions for masters that if you apply in October, November, because they have rolling admissions, which means first come, first serve, there is a lot more higher chances for getting scholarship because universities also know that you are applying to 10 different universities, and even if we give you admit, there is no guarantee that you will choose us, so we might lose you. So just to lock you in, we will also give you additional 20% scholarship, 30% scholarship. Is that true for bachelors, or bachelors में ऐसा नहीं होता है?
No, I don't think so. The scholarship part, I'm actually not aware if this is true, but I know this works for acceptance. If you're applying to early decision and early action, your acceptance rate goes a lot more higher. But I
Hmm.
don't personally think so that it impacts your scholarship, because here your scholarship is based on your finances, right? Like, so
Hmm.
it doesn't.
Okay, got it. Got it. So, but it does help in getting acceptance.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay. So, December में chill.
Hmm. No, chill what? Grade 12 chill? No. Then November and all, studying for boards. I told you I sucked at accounts, so doing accounts day and night, and also sending out my other applications to UK, Canada,
Hmm.
all that.
Hmm.
So that was November. It actually went on till December, the application part to other
Hmm.
universities in other countries. And then December, I think so, you're just studying for boards. January, December, you have your pre-boards, I guess. Yeah, I think so. I had my pre-boards. No, December, you have vacation. I'm so sorry. December, you have your vacation. January, you have your pre-boards. And then after that, waiting for your results. And in between all this, you can figure out for other scholarships and apply. Like during this duration, I was doing next genius, so you can figure out external scholarships and apply to those, and then you give your boards and wait for your results. All the acceptances come in by April end. April start, April end, April start, March end.
Okay. March, April में you get your admits. January, February, you are either waiting for it, you're applying for external scholarship, and you're giving your board exams.
Yeah, January, February are also applying to colleges, because October, November is like deadlines for early action and early
अच्छा,
decision,
अच्छा.
right? So you can, in January and late December, you can apply normally to colleges. That is what
Hmm.
also.
Got it. Okay. And then you get admits, and then you typically, if you were going to United States, then you would go like May, June, you would be going for your visa interviews.
Yeah, before that, once your marks are out, you have to send them your marks, and then they give you an unconditional offer, and your predicted has to sort of match with your grades. So you do all that
Mm,
formality, and after that, yes, you can go for your visa and all.
nice. Okay. But in your case, you obviously didn't go for visa interview
Yeah,
because you, in May, after doing all this hard work, you're like, Teter
change
College came to your
change of
life.
plans. Yes, I actually got to know about TETR in April end. So I applied in May. So my college application was going on till May, but TETR
Hmm.
was not that. Uh, you know, tiring, because I had already gotten done with my board examinations and everything, so I had peace of mind.
Okay. And I'm gonna just look up Teter, TETR.
Yes, TETR, Teter College of Business.
Okay. I'm gonna share my screen. Let me know if looks similar. There we go. Is this it?
Yes, that is. That is TETR.
Okay. So, and this is the university. Term one is
Yeah.
Dubai,
Hmm.
uh, New Delhi. So you'll be back in Delhi, then you'll go to Singapore, Ghana. Oh wow,
Yeah,
you're gonna
we're
go to
actually building a non-profit venture in Ghana.
wow, interesting. Then you go to New York, then you go to Brazil. Wow, that is cool. Wait, what are you gonna do in New York?
New York is
Visit
a tech
Google
startup.
service, startups, demo. Wow, amazing. Then international trade. That's great. And then
Yeah. Then,
full
and the
time.
last term is you get to do an internship, so we'll see where.
Hmm. Okay. And so this is a private organization. It looks like to me. Is
Yeah, yeah,
that correct?
yeah. This is a entirely private organization.
Is this started by? This started by who? Indian or is it?
Oh no, it's started by Pratham Mittal. He's an Indian. He also has Masters Union in India, which is also a thriving university in Delhi.
Okay. Yeah. I've seen his videos before.
So
So.
he's the founder, and then this the academic community. We have Sir Edward Rogers, former chief knowledge officer from NASA,
Mm,
teaching us the course, and amazing
nice.
professors coming in.
Nice. Okay, cool. So, you found this, and how did you come across? Just YouTube video?
I think so. Yeah, it was YouTube video. No, I came across on Instagram, and then I searched about it on YouTube. And Instagram, I came across a Tetter's post it, which said traveling to 8 different countries, building startups, and I was like, "What? That's a dream come true."
Yeah,
So
but like, did you think like this is, this seems like a scam or this? Again, I'm not saying it's a scam,
yeah,
but like, I'm just thinking
obviously,
through like a lot of students were like, this is not United States. I'm not going to United States. It doesn't even like it feels like private stuff. So why should I do this? Like all this probably thoughts came through your also
yes,
mind.
obviously you have your doubts in the first go. Even I had mine, but then after that, I reached out to their team. We had a lot of sessions. We had really great insights from the committee, the founder itself. We had a meeting with them. Apart from that, looked at the academic council, professors coming in, and just everything else. It made sense to me. It is very authentic. And apart from that, Masters Union, which is also from a university in Delhi, from the same founder. I had previously attended it for a summer program. So,
Mm.
like people said the same stuff for it earlier as well, but then I knew it was legitimate, right? I had great time there. So I was well assured that, yes, this is
Hmm. And
absolutely
so
correct.
is this their first batch or you
Yeah,
are like
the pilot batch, this is the first batch.
got it? Okay. And so how did you get full ride scholarship in this?
Okay, so this your first step is a TETR application. You fill out your details and again essays, why TETR, and you know essay questions. After that, you have a TETR aptitude test. It's a test where your grammar, maths, and critical analysis thinking skills are tested. And if you have done well in that test, you are then called for an interview round,
Hmm.
and that interview round is the most major round. I had my interview, and you don't actually do anything to tell them that you want the scholarship. You just in the application form they have like a lot of different type of scholarships. There's a community leader scholarship, a pathfinder scholarship, a outlier scholarship, just like different type of scholarships. So you tick for the scholarships you think you are applicable for, and then the admission committee decides it on their own if you're worthy of that scholarship or not. So all you have to do is just tick and fill out your application form, give the TETR test. If you're selected, then you call for the interview round, and then you give your interview, and your scholarship is awarded on all this basis: your application, your TETR test, and your interview round. And then they analyze all these things, and then they give allot you the scholarship if you get in.
And is it just one interview round or is it multiple interviews?
It's just one single interview round.
And they call you, matlab, you have to go there in person?
No. It was a virtual interview round. They call, like, they send you the mail if you're selected for the interview round, because a lot of people after the TETR aptitude test did not get the interview call. So the interview call is the make it or the break it.
Okay. So you got the admit, and you are like, we will give you full 100% scholarship.
Yeah.
You must have to pay something, no?
Yeah.
In kuch bhi.
No, 100% tuition I've got, 100% in accommodations and all I've got. I have to pay the program fee, which comes around to 10,000 to 12,000 USD per year. But it is actually really less according to my other colleges offer. So 10 to 12,000 USD I have to pay yearly, but it includes everything.
Okay, got it. Obviously, like all flying to everybody, every other country, and accommodation and tuition fees. So, like again, if someone who don't have scholarship, how much would they have to pay?
It's a 2,32,000 dollars. A lot.
Wow. and in your case, you just probably have to pay now 40,000 or so
Yeah.
for 4 years.
Mm. Yeah.
Nice. How did you feel? Like you're like, were you on the
I
mood?
cried. So no, we were called on an interview. Like after the main interview was done, I was waiting for weeks and weeks, and I was praying that I get in. I was like, I wanted to get in like really badly. I'll be honest. So and
Mm.
then it passed 10 days, and I didn't get a mail. I didn't get a call. I was like, I'm rejected and all that. But then I received a mail, just a random mail that. Come with your parents on a Google Meet with us, and we have another interview round for something like that. Then the next day I went with my parents besides me, and then they tell you that you've been accepted, we want you to join us in Dubai and everything. And then I started crying. I was so overwhelmed, I started crying. Yeah.
Nice. That's amazing. That is inspiring. And at this time, but at this time, you already had Beloit ka full ride
Yeah,
scholarship
I had
also.
Beloit. Apart from that, I had University of Glasgow. I was really considering to go there because it gave me good amount of scholarship, and apart from it, it's a Russell Group University, prestigious university. So
Canada. Is it
no,
Canada?
University of Glasgow is in the UK, Scotland.
Scotland. Acha. Okay. Nice. Okay. So at this point, you're like, okay, Teter came in, got the admit. I am gonna go there. I'm gonna go do this. Do you get to do on-campus jobs, or like what does that like, or you just focus
Yeah.
on because you're busy working on?
No, we will have startups, right? So if our startup booms up, we do get to keep the profit. Apart from that, we will also have on-campus jobs. So which Teta will provide us with, we'll see from term one that what kind of jobs we are.
Mm.
But we do have a scheme called Earn While You Learn. So
Mm.
we'll
Yeah,
have.
and you don't have to do visa. I mean, you have to have no
No,
for
because
US. So how do you come? Like you have to
right
come on
now we
some
don't
visa.
know about US. Right now the first time was for Dubai, so Dubai we didn't had to do anything. It's a simple visa cause it's for a limited amount of time. It's not a entire 4 or 5 years
Mm.
visa.
Mm.
So if
I
there
think
is
for US you might have to come on J1 or something like
yeah,
that. J1 or maybe D1, D2.
US I think so we'll have to do
Yeah,
obviously.
because you can't enter without a visa. You have to have some type of visa.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll do a maybe after 2 years, if you still remember me and you're not like a,
Yeah, how can I
celebrity, and you're
forget
like, who's
my
you?
first mentor? No, I'm not going to forget you. Let's not be dramatic. I will not forget you. And
We'll see. We'll see.
you
I'll
are
reach
also
out
in
to you.
podcast. No, I'll reach out to you in 2 years. I'm in New York. Let's do it.
Hmm.
Do it.
Okay. Cool. Or like if you are one of the startups in one of the countries, like you're going to be in, all these countries building startups, and one of them you maybe raise like millions of dollars, and who knows.
That's a
So
dream. But yeah, we never know. That's the part about startups. Anything can happen.
yeah, yeah. Amazing. Cool. This is great. I love everything about this. I feel like I've learned so much about entire bachelor's application. I hope people are still watching and they find this helpful as well. Any final tips, words of wisdom, advice for
Yeah,
11th graders, 12th graders? Yeah.
I'll give a tip that will sound very cliche, but I still want to give it. Do not have a backup. This is also a risky tip, but I would say do not have a backup. And it won't make sense to a lot of people, but this is what I personally did. I did not think of a backup because if I thought of a backup, I don't feel I would be here where I am today. Because then you just rely on that backup and you let your dreams go and let it all go because a lot of hardships are going to come your way. It's not going to be an easy process. So if you have a backup and you have a plan B, you will stop with that commitment. So I don't want that for you guys. So give it your best and
When you say
try.
backup, as in backup, ki India mein backup, but
Yeah,
in
India,
your case,
whatever. Yeah, you like try not to think about it. Obviously, it's not very rational, but I would say like let's not think about the backup and give it your best, and we'll see later what happens. Because there was a point where I was thinking, okay, I should have a backup now, but then I thought, no, I will give it till the end, and we'll see what happens. Because I
hmm.
personally feel that if I would have had a backup, I wouldn't be here today. I would have given up way before.
How much support did you get from your parents?
Um, I got like a great amount of support from them because you actually can't.
Let me rephrase the question. Like, how much of the work was done by you versus your parents?
No, parents didn't do work. All they did was pay for application fees. That's all.
But
But
at any point, they felt like, "Bhai, pata nahi kya kar rahi hai." Like this
yeah,
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
we.
My parents were like, let her do her thing, we'll see. Like, they weren't much interested in my college applications. They were like, do your thing and tell us, we'll see what to do. Then they were like, go with the flow. But they
Hmm.
were like very supportive in my application fees and other things we had to pay for. There are a lot of expenses that come in between. So they didn't question for that. They were like, okay, you do you, and we'll see later if it all turns
So,
out well.
so the whole application building profile, startups, I mean, not startup, the non-profit internships and research and passion project, I think liner thingy, all of that was you. Uh, your parents were more like emotional support, financial support. Ki, ha, we are there for you. We believe in you that you're doing the right thing. Just don't break our trust and go and party and ruin all the money kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like if you ever need to talk, we are there. So that is the equation with your parents, but you did all the work.
Yeah. I told them yeah, it was basically that only what you said. Nothing like they weren't much interested in what passion projects I was doing or something else. Yeah, but they did help in a lot of my co-curriculars, such as they obviously helped for my non-profit organization. They
Hmm.
tried to raise funds with me and everything. So yeah, there was good amount of support.
I almost want to like talk to your parents, and I just want to ask them like what was going on in their mind. Like, I feel like it would be so interesting because I'm assuming a lot of parents are watching this, and because I feel in India, a lot of decisions are made by parents, even though the kids are responsible for the things. But somehow, a lot of parents don't trust their kids at this age, like 17, 18. And so I feel like that's a good thing that what your parents did. But I almost feel like I want to do a separate podcast with them. And it's like, okay, uncle, auntie, like, let's talk.
they'll say हमें नहीं पता ये क्या कर रही थी कुछ तो कर रही थी. They frankly don't have a lot of idea about what I was doing this database. They
But
were
are you emotional right now? Like, when are you flying?
literally in 3 days on the 27th.
So wait, are we still doing the essay thing, or are you gonna be busy?
No, we'll do the essay thing. I'm not emotional. I'm not emotional because in 4 months I have to be back in Delhi. So my hometown is just like a train away, flight away. So I will be back
Mm.
here in 4 months. So it's
And
not
Dubai
hitting
is
me
also
much.
like 2 hour flight, so it's not
Yeah,
like that bad.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's fine. But yeah, obviously it's overwhelming. It's like a lot. But
Mm.
it's fine.
What after your admit? What did you like? Did you do anything, or you just like, ah,
I
okay,
slept.
now I'm done.
I slept day and night. I just slept. I was relieved. I partied. I went out with friends almost daily. I thought I'll be productive
What's
in
your
this break.
definition of party?
Sorry.
What's your definition of party?
Going to concerts, going out with friends. I go to a lot
Mm.
of concerts. I love to attend concerts, and
Nice.
apart from that, just generally hanging out with friends at a cafe shop or something like that. I thought I would be really productive. I will start working on my skills. I will start reading books and all. Nothing of that happened. I was just sleeping, eating, roaming around, and you know.
And what about your friend circle? Like, are they all also going out
No,
abroad, or some of
not
them are here?
no. Some of them are going abroad, but mostly they're staying in India. They were preparing for competitive exam, and by God's grace, they have cleared it. They're into really good colleges in India now. Like the Indian term has started from the past 2 months, so they're already in college. I am left here alone. So yeah,
Nice.
they're in
Okay.
colleges.
Yeah, because a lot of this also depends on the like group you are hanging out, right? Like the circle you are hanging out. Like if they are not
But also,
ambitious,
true. My
yeah.
friends supported me so much. Like I can't start telling you. Like they were my pillars. They like even though they're studying in India, but they will know everything I know because each and every information I had, I used to share with them. Discuss how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do them. Show them all my essay drafts, and like they were with me through entire college application process.
Nice. Love it. I am excited. Thank you so much for this. I can't wait to see how you grow in your journey. And of course, we're gonna, do another video. And then if there are any more questions on this topic, please let us know in the comments. And Samia, until she becomes big celebrity, she will not forget me. So I'll keep bringing her back.
Thank you so much. I loved this conversation a lot, and I just feel so great, seeing a lot of your videos and other videos where students talk about their college experience, and now I am being able to do that. It really means a lot. So thank you so
Yeah,
much for
yeah.
giving me this platform, and to everyone who's watching, if you guys have any doubts or queries, you can comment, and I'll be happy to reply and help you guys out.
Yeah, and I can't wait to again bring you back and can't wait to see what you do. But until our next one.
Keep smiling and keep hustling.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.